Hey, everybody, welcome to the Blad Comedy Podcast. My name is Al Queso, and I am a terrorist from Mexico, and my name is Al Queso, but New York is too far for me to fly, so I cannot do 9/11. I am with my favorite co-host of the two.
Al Broker.
Al Broker.
This weather in New York is lovely, but I can't afford to live here.
I'm going to be a stock Al Broker soon.
Good luck in this economy.
Trading stonks.
In this market.
Oh, that's
in
the
this
best.
Industry.
Buy low, my dude.
Buy low, sell high.
Buy low, homie. You never know, homie.
Buy high, sell high.
Actually, that's probably the best, stock advice is buy low, homie. You never know, homie.
True, and it's kind of a mnemonic
because you do never know what the stock market's going to do.
Always be buying. Always be
that might
high.
be my because I'm an independent broker technically, so
you're a financial guru.
It's going to be
now.
MK Financial Solutions, and it's going to say below it, buy low, homie. You never know, homie.
And you never know.
And it's a CEO Money Mac.
You never know, but Money Mac knows.
Money Mac knows.
I've been working on a new internet persona, digital marketing. I'm Dylan Internet.
That's good.
Yeah,
Dylan Internet. You kind of are the internet in a way.
I'm connected to
the new type of internet,
like the bridge between man and AI. I'm like
they connected AI to my Google. Did that happen to you?
What happened?
They asked me permission to connect AI to my Google searches, and I said yeah.
Yikes! Oh yeah. Like I need to give you permission.
Yeah. I said, of course, I said yes.
No, I love AI.
Yeah, you like gay guy. One of the patrons accused you of being in the closet. I forgot which one it was in one of the videos.
What the fuck?
So, Dylan, why don't you tell everyone your secret that you won't let us say on the podcast?
I'm in the computer. So it's like being in the closet, except I'm secretly an AI. But these guys, they like to say I'm a gay guy.
Yeah.
So what does it say about them?
So Jason... We don't know where he is, we know where he is now, but we were worried sick. We were missing him for hours,
Jason's dreaming.
We were like, "What could have happened?" We thought about a few different things. We thought about probably congestive heart failure. Maybe he was in the hospital getting a leg amputated for diabetes again. His other leg, and then. But then I remember when you guys were talking on that one episode, he was saying that he needs to talk to someone because he wanted to KYS,
right?
Kill yourself.
Yeah. Which
and
that's not it. He hasn't replied.
I was like, I don't really see Jason doing that because knowing Jason and how fat he is, it would be more like KY jelly donutting himself.
Yes. Because it's a donut.
Yeah. KY jelly donuts.
Hey, I'd be like, hey, donut, do that.
Yeah. Donut,
do donut, KYS or jelly yourself.
Yeah, Jason's way too much of a coward to kill himself.
I was saying that, I know he wants to do it, but that it's too hack. It'd be too hack.
Because then everyone would on his Facebook.
Yeah.
Killing yourself is super hack.
Yeah, way too hack.
Yeah,
never.
Yeah. So
I was saying yes to help me and you destroy the earth first, and all the people that want to live first.
Yeah. So. I just want whenever anybody asks me if I want AI, I just hit yes because I just want to have. Spider legs that are metal or something like that.
And kind of
I'm hoping if I hit the button yes enough on these AI things that I can become one with AI.
And really what you need is an AI that'll just click yes for you to all the other AI. And once you get that, then you'll be good.
That's pretty smart.
Thank you.
I can hire you. I'll hire you to click yes on all the AI stuff.
I could do that.
Maybe you'll click a box once every couple of weeks.
That I could do. I'm a yes man. I just click yes.
Well, I recently sold you on that insurance policy, right?
I'm thinking about it.
So normally what they recommend for life insurance, everyone, is basically the amount of income you make per year times 10. So your family can survive for 10 years after you're dead. For Dylan, his income is $0. So I offered him a policy which is 0 times 0. So he gets $0 payout if he dies. But it's a great deal. He pays $0 in premium every month.
Yeah.
So I think on it, man.
I'm thinking on how to move some money around, kind of,
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on it.
Yeah.
I got to make sure it's in the budget first and foremost. Is my budget. So I need to.
Yeah. That's a rental car company too, budget. Just a drop in the bucket though, compared to the other big guys.
There's budget,
we can't talk about one of those. Yep. Legally.
Yeah. Who does things by the book, right? What am I, an accountant?
What was I going to say? Oh, you ever notice that Jason always he always thinks he's right, and he's very stubborn about it. I think that's because it's because he doesn't drink. He thinks that he's above people, and that he was a teacher, but he taught philosophy, which is teaching people how to think about what
And
life is.
Themselves
That doesn't make you smarter than anybody in anything except for that.
And if you can't teach.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he's teaching kids how to question themselves.
What about if you're a fat retard with a high voice? You teach.
That is what their phrase.
Yeah. What?
Now, Mac, do you consider yourself a stubborn guy who always thinks he's right?
I will admit when I'm wrong normally, eventually, but I can be stubborn. I think Jason takes it to the grave.
It's because when he's sober all the time, it's easier for him to execute his stubbornness.
Yeah. I think he fully believes he's right. Sometimes when I know I'm not right, I sarcastically keep going with it.
That's a bit, but it doesn't really matter if it's sarcastic.
And by the way, folks, there's all these stories about me being molested. I was not molested. I was celested. Okay? I was molested inside of a cell, like a human body, a human cell.
Mitochondria.
Yeah. Well, no, the mitochondria, the powerhouse, helps stop it. So all the guy that was molesting me, he just touched my dick, but he wasn't able to rape me or anything. The mitochondria stepped in.
So you were raped though in a cell.
No, I was molested. I was celested. Sorry.
Yes.
It can't be molested if it's in a cell.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about a jail cell. I'm talking about I honey I shrunk myself, and then I went into a cell.
Now, does that mean you're still an incel? If no.
I'm outside of the cell now. If I was in the cell, then yeah.
You're an outcell now?
Technically, the mitochondria is an incel.
You're a sellout. Either an incel or a sellout. In this,
what are the other parts of this cell? I only know the mitochondria, and then the plant cells have plant walls. That's all I know.
RNA. I don't know.
No, there's other everyone just remembers the powerhouse of the cell because it sounds cool.
An allele.
An allele.
I have no idea.
Allele sounds like
a
allele sounds like a cool black guy name. My name Allele.
I was thinking if I add la before the Mahler, Mahler, like
I like that. If you had la
Lamac.
before anything, it's a cool black name.
Yeah.
LaDillon.
Lamal.
Yeah. I mean,
Lamac.
It's all
Lamel.
It's all about
Jason.
It's all about the market, It's all about the market.
Where is Lamel when Jason's?
Lamel's actually a good name. That one. Sometimes it doesn't really work when it just has to be kind of forced in there, like LaTerrence or something like that.
Yeah, just be Terrence.
Or if it's like a La Adam, if it's another the vowel.
Yeah,
that's
not going to work. Don't name your
La
kids
Andrew. That's good.
La Andrew. Actually, that does work.
I like naming animals like people names. Like your dog's name is Terrence, or like Harvey, or let's say Todd,
Steven or something.
Steven, yeah. Yeah, you can't have it be a name that ends with, because most pet names end with a vowel, or with an IE or something.
I like the videos you made talking to your sister's dogs. And he's asking them questions about what do you think about
9/11? Yeah, and then I asked one about their thoughts on healthcare.
Yeah.
And I told the dog to turn away if they think that we shouldn't have universal health care, and they turned away, and I was like,
They rolled their eyes at.
yeah. Yeah, one of those that rolled their eyes. That was bad.
Should we have universal health care? This dog rolls its eyes.
Yeah.
And that tells you everything you need to know.
In reality, I was on the dog side, but just to pander to people watching the video.
Yeah, you
know,
have to question the dog.
Yeah, I had to.
It's a philosophy.
I had to be a lib cuck.
For your dog.
Speaking of lib cuck, dude, fucking property taxes are so high. 'Cause Jason's looking into buying,
Yes.
and on top of the massive interest rate, of course, earlier this year, the Cook County raised the property taxes, so now it's like impossible for someone our age to buy.
And that's what you're supposed to always be buying. You should have already bought.
Yeah, I bought this place at 3.25 interest.
Wow.
Now the market's like 7, and I bought it literally at the lowest you can.
Wow.
Because
Fixed rate.
I'm a genius. Yeah.
So this is why you listen to Mac about everything money.
If you need any econ advice, folks, talk to me.
Any financial products.
I got the new Apple Watch. I am a slave to Apple, just like the many people across the nation that make their products.
It's like having a Steve Jobs.
Yeah, it's funny that Apple, their employees are slaves and their customers are slaves to their products.
That is
Have you ever
funny.
noticed
Yeah.
that? They just
Why does
Apple love slaves?
They love slaves. There's a lot of apple picking to do.
Pretty much everybody involved with Apple,
The employees even are slaves.
yeah, aside from upper management, is slaves. Wow.
Yeah, the people. I feel like the designers are because Steve Jobs was such a rough boss. Sometimes he would be such a mean.
Yeah, who they got now? Tim Cook, Tim Chef,
Yeah.
and
it,
he's
Dane Cook?
related to, I think it's Dane Cook is the head of Apple now.
Yeah.
So Dane Cook took over after Steve Jobs died. He took his Steve Job,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
And
So he kind of changed the whole the dynamic.
and he was like,
there.
"I love slaves. I'm not afraid to say it."
You act out.
And then now,
slaves.
they give these incredible bundles on iPads and Apple Watches, and you can't say no, or else they send you to go be a worker and you'd be that kind of slave.
Can't say no.
That's what they said to me. They said, I was like, actually, I want to get an Android, and they said, "Oh, do you? So you want to go to Asia?
And you're like, where's my AI to say
You want to go
yes
to
for
China?
me?
Yeah, you can't kill yourself. We have nets."
Yeah. Good luck, Jason. Well, actually, the net might be.
If Jason tried to, he would break through the net for sure, or he would bounce off the ground.
But he wouldn't do any of that because it'd be hack.
Yeah.
the main reason.
Dale called me at 10 a.m., which is way too early for Dale to call me.
Or
And he was like, before I called him back, he texted me football. It was 10 a.m., so football, college football doesn't start till noon.
On a Saturday.
And that, yeah. So I called him back. And I was like, "Why are you up so early, Dale?" He was like, "Who said I slept?"
Nice.
And I was like, classic Dale.
Yes.
Classic one of his downward spirals.
Many habits, and he goes on a bender.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done the man 2 years. He's been on about 20 downward spirals.
Sometimes a downward spiral is not a spiral; it's just straight down. It's,
Yeah.
The heavier you are, the faster the earth pulls you down. I actually think weight is like a way of seeing how much the earth loves you. It wants to hang on to you. And the earth says, "Hey,
so the
Dale,
earth loves
come
fat
here."
people more. But
Yeah.
think about this. Think about how much fat people probably hurt the earth more because they're going to step on them.
The earth loves the pain.
Even the earth
Yeah, it loves pain.
likes dominatrix, likes being dominated.
Yeah, Dale's
it's
like
possible, dude. We need to find a way to contact Mother Gaia. Well, that's why, folks, join Patreon at patreon.com/badcomedy. We're actually flat broke right now because we bought too many chains and stuff, and we'll probably have to end the podcast for good if more people don't join. But once we get out of our deep hole, we're going to start digging a hole, folks, down to the mantle.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like Dale.
And listen, if enough people join, we're not going to stop at the mantle. We're going all the way to the core. We're going to see what's down there.
We're going to find out for once and for all what's actually running the earth, what actually powers it.
Right.
And I'm going to be able to afford life insurance finally.
Exactly. Yeah. What if we find some really cool like mineral
rare element?
Yeah, that saves the economy. You know.
We've talked about elements before. Elephants. I have some talking points. Maybe just.
I did want to talk about one more thing before I forget. Before I forget that, I think that was it.
I wanted to talk about laughter. Thought would be a new way of saying. I guess they say chuckle fucker.
A chuckle fucker, an afterthought.
A laughter thought.
Yes, that's good. Yes. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
You know, I was at dinner with my dad and my sister and my soon-to-be brother-in-law, who are patrons but don't listen. But what was I going to say? My sister asked if there was a name for like comedy groupies. And I was like, yeah, chuckle fuckers.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my fucking yeah. I was like, no, like I was news. Like no, like these people, like they're self-admitted chuckle fuckers. It's not us just calling them a whore. Like people like Leah. She's like, yeah.
Like to them, that's comedy. That's their joke. That's
their fun. They're just not good at telling jokes on stage.
So it's like kind of you can't teach.
Yeah.
You can't do comedy. Blow.
And if you can't do skinny, be Jason. Jason. So whose voice do you think is higher, Adam Gilbert's or Jason's? I can't figure it out.
I think if Jason's not doing an impression, then it's probably Adam Gilbert's voice is higher.
Probably, maybe. Yeah. I want to do a frequency check because I think Jason might have a higher voice than Adam Gilbert.
That would be amazing.
Why is his voice? Does he have small balls? I think that's a cause of
maybe his ball ratio.
He probably has really small balls compared to the size of his body.
But you saw that thing that Sarah Perry posted about her own fiance.
Oh yeah,
yikes!
Yeah, John Pillman.
That shouldn't be content for that family.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good for the household.
Hey, John Pillman, I heard you've been being mean to people. Stop it.
And people been being mean to him. Stop it
before you get punished.
But his own wife just punished him. It's okay.
Yeah. I still want to start a roast battle where it's like you're being really mean, like and somebody that you hate.
Yeah, and it's not friendly.
Like it's like punishment royale or something, you know. So it's like me against Bob Keane, and then we potentially bare knuckle box afterwards, and then whoever wins the bare knuckle box, like wins it. The jokes don't matter.
Yeah, potentially.
It's like where the points don't matter in whose line is it anyway?
And it's like, what's my line again? And then you just sucker punch Bob Keane.
Yeah, then I do a line real quick, and then just do a fucking uppercut to the chin. He flies away.
We should make a lineup like Ariel versus Tiny Thickums.
Yeah. Tiny Thickums would rock the fuck out of her.
Yeah. I'd love to see some real fights.
I have thought about a bracket. I don't know if it was, if I was talking to you about this, or maybe I was talking with just Michael Robinson about this, but we did Albers and Dale, Junior and Zacho. I would do Jason and Adam Gilbert probably.
Yeah,
probably same good amount of fight. Like probably yeah.
With the knife, he has a samurai sword, but
and then like in comparative actual like fighting skill, I'd probably do Bob Keane and Harold Patrick.
Yeah, or like
yeah. I kind of miss Bob Keane.
Yeah,
because I haven't been around comedy that much recently, folks. Because I've been focusing on my studies. I'm life licensed now, and none of you guys have a license on your lives.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I have a life license.
So you studied life, and you learn a life lesson. Sometimes you miss your enemies.
I passed the test. I'm probably the only life licensed person that's listening to this. Maybe get a license on your life.
Yeah, it's like if you got kids, if you
I'm not even talking about life insurance. I got a life license, and that allows me to basically run every aspect of my life, anyone else's life.
You can get a lot of advice.
I can play the game of life and eat life cereal as much as I want, and I get paid for it.
We were talking about other kinds of insurance too, maybe joke insurance if people are going to steal your jokes.
Yeah, joke insurance. Yes. Either joke insurance or there's got to be some kind of clause or a law.
Like accidental blackface insurance.
Or it could be, it could be like a baseball like unwritten rule. There needs to be a specific unwritten rule of joke theft.
Yeah.
And then the comedy scene takes care of it on their own. Like if you break in baseball, just over time they've made all these unwritten rules.
Yeah.
And if you break them, then you get beaned by the pitcher while you're batting.
If someone's throwing a no hitter and you say something about it, you're not supposed to say shit about it.
And I was thinking why baseball has all these unwritten rules and these other sports don't. They've been around one of the longer than the others, longer than a lot of the others. But for half the game, you're sitting down just talking to your pals.
That's why, yeah.
So they come up with those rules while they're sitting there
doing nothing. Basically.
Yeah, with every other sport, either your basketball, you're subbing in and out and stuff like more often.
Yeah, they're just
baseball. You bat and then you field and then you sit and wait your turn to bat.
And I don't like how even it is and how they don't just let the best guys stay out there. They rotate the whole team, and I don't like the team aspect of it. I think you should just have the best.
And also, once you take someone out, you can't put them back in, which is
take me out to the ball game.
There's probably a good reason for it, but yeah, take me out to the crowd.
Yeah,
I'd like some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? It's buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back.
Forever, yeah.
Is that what the lyrics are? What does that mean?
I think it means like I only need to go to this one baseball game.
But I
don't care if I don't care if
or what if they mean if that's all they're going to eat for the rest of their life?
Yeah, maybe
I don't care if I ever go back to eating normal food. I'm just going to eat peanuts and Cracker Jacks forever.
I think it means like they don't want to go home back to their lives. That's life insurance.
I don't think that's it. I think that's it. They'll never go back from eating peanuts.
Take me out to the ball game. I don't care if I
take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever only eat these for the rest of my life and not regular food.
Are you addicted to Cracker Jacks?
I am addicted to Hostess cupcakes.
Cracker Jills.
Oh, fuck. I also relapsed on epoxy.
You did? You started epoxying again?
Well, no. I'm trying to I'm trying to touch up my jobs because what I was doing is because I would have like some like epoxy marks on the floor around, and I was using a remover to get it off. And then I was like, wait, fuck, I haven't even like some of these projects like are completely like uneven and stuff. And I'm not a complete perfectionist, but if it just like clearly is like doesn't look good, then I gotta fix it.
So it kind of is like you're complete perfectionist. I was thinking how people say they cut their teeth at these open mics sometimes, and I thought, well, Matt cuts his teeth on epoxy.
Yeah, well, I tried to chip off this piece of epoxy from the blender spinner, but it turned out it chipped my tooth off.
Chipping away.
Yeah.
So
but
be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm back on epoxy, guys. Not oxy. Don't get me wrong. This is actually like a home improvement thing.
It's much
I'm
more
talking
dangerous.
about putting epoxy clear covering on tables, which this one I did pretty successfully. I think the issue is I haven't been pouring enough on, so that normally the gravity is supposed to spread it on its own.
Oh wow!
For the most part, and the shitty thing is.
Still lumpy.
It dries like in 20 minutes. So if you don't get it perfect, then either it's uneven or there's bubbles in it. It's lumpy. So after that 20 minutes, you're fucked.
Do you ever think like you might just epoxy like over and over until it reaches the ceiling, and then you're like, oh wow?
I've been thinking about building an epoxy home, it'll look like a big igloo or something. Like it looks like a glass house, but it's made out of epoxy.
Dude,
that's my dream.
Bath.
I want to be buried in an epoxy cube.
Yeah. Oh, we knew that.
Well, not buried. I would be
Yeah, you'd be immortalized. Or
Well, I would be
frozen.
I would be at the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
But there would be all the graves, and then just me in a cube.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd be saying, "Welcome to Bad Comedy Podcast."
And then
Like they would also epoxy like the microphone and stuff. Because right now I'm more of a podcaster.
What's the back of your shirt that you designed say?
Oh yeah, folks, check this out.
Live and die.
Live and die in Chicago. These are King Louis lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out King Louis. Oop, in the back says, "I keep that metal close.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we ride in Chicago."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What was the other shirt?
I'll be putting it on the store. I'll reveal it on the Chiron episode.
Shit. I'll go open it.
Yeah, fat boys here. All right, I'm just gonna hit pause. We'll be right back, folks. Hey, welcome back. We found him, folks. He did not. Well, did you KY jelly yourself? Did you get a donut on the way?
I think that was a really mean prank you guys played.
What?
Telling me that we were starting at 2:30 and then you met up early.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get here late and you guys could do an episode without me.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of fucked up.
If
Like I'm here on time as
creative
far as I
mind.
knew, and then they just did this thing to like talk shit about
the
me.
problem is that Jason knows that I won't go through the effort on a full episode of putting the text in, but
I mean, it would just prove me right. So
no, it wouldn't.
So Jason thought that us
Is
saying
it an effort
1:30
thing,
was a
or is
prank.
it what?
Guys, Jason has 2 peg legs. He was at the hospital getting his other leg sawed off. Yep, you put the shoe on it. Yep, you understand that people. Yep, that's the fake foot.
It's a fake feet.
Yeah.
Technology is amazing. That's a feet pick. It's an
Yeah.
amazing feat what they can do with.
It smells like
Technology.
Ryder Ali. Jesus. Ugh.
And
So-
it does smell exactly like Ryder.
Did you guys see Leslie Tanner's on a foot porn website?
Yeah. You should have said.
Shout out to our friend of the show, Leslie Tanner.
Leslie Tanner, you guys remember the doctor?
You can find him on Feedopedia.
Wikipedia.
that's what it's called.
That's so funny.
Wikipedia. That's what.
Oh,
Wait, why do you know that?
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
there's like a
Well, it
pedia
should
for
be.
everything. There's like Investopedia, Pedialyte,
Investophilia.
Pediasure, Pediatrician,
Pediasure.
Pedia files.
Pedia-files, the media files. Let's talk about the industry.
Let's talk about the industry. The Tinseltown, Hollywood,
It's
Broadway, Disney World.
It's all these
Disneyland.
bells and whistles,
Uh-huh.
you know.
There's a lot of moving parts in the industry.
But what is it all? It's probably just, you know.
It could be a messy industry,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah, the industry, you know.
Uh-huh. It's brutal. It's tough business.
Also, the industry, you know, if you're like a waiter or a
service
bartender.
industry. Sometimes if someone says they're an actor, they're actually a waiter. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you acting like a waiter?
Yeah, I want to
check,
know.
please.
Someone asked me if I ask someone what they are. I want to know what they make the most money on.
Yeah.
not their passion.
Uh-huh.
But if I ask what they do, you know, like you're a waiter.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah, you're a comedian because you make $0 doing it. Yeah, so
Doing
so
anything
20
else.
versus 0 is
We're talking about my life insurance policy.
yeah. I'm.
He's gonna give me a $0 life policy.
Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be $0, and the term is 0 years.
It's kind of based on your worth.
Actually,
and kind
it
of
can be
times 10.
No, yeah, sorry. It's a. We're gonna do a 30-year policy. My bad.
Oh, okay.
30-year policy times your income,
Which is 0.
times 10. Or yeah, but so 0. So 0 times 0 is 0. I got him a great deal. The
Yeah.
payout if he dies is $0. At his premium, he has to pay in only $0.
Yeah.
This is my impression of Dylan negotiating with you. What's the deal?
Nice.
Nice.
That was what I asked, and so I'm thinking about it.
I asked Dylan whose voice is higher. Do you think Jason's or Adam Gilbert's? And he said Adam Gilbert.
Yeah, but unless you're doing an
Well, yeah, that's not
impression.
fair.
But if you're doing a Rob voice,
he's got a genetic reason for getting higher than me. That's not fair for me.
What?
I can't compete with that.
No, he defended you that your voice wasn't as higher than his.
unless you're doing an impression of Sora.
Sora.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not fair.
For who?
For me to compete with Adam Gilbert, of course, he's going to have a higher voice. He has a genetic advantage. He has a genetic advantage over me.
Like an X-Man.
I want to have a higher voice.
It's the first time anyone's ever called it an advantage.
There would be like superheroes that have
I
like
was want to have an
sonic.
Adam Gilbert voice. That's been working.
He can scream like a banshee if he wants. They have like the sonic power. There are superheroes like that. I always thought that the lamest superhero.
They yell at you and it hurts.
Is you can see their sound.
Yeah, that is annoying. It's like their sound.
They have the same power as my abusive mom.
Yeah,
They yell at you and it hurts.
The sound goes. Their sound goes the speed of sound. Why do they call it the speed of sound? I don't go.
Because this is how fast sound goes.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. What do you mean how fast it goes?
Hey, what do they
Pretty sure
call
it's
it? The
about how
law
loud
of
it
gravity,
is.
huh?
I don't know. It's
Who
not-
gives a shit?
Well, guess what? No, actually, on that one, I'll challenge you because it's
Some
not a law.
people who jump.
Show me where it is in the judicial system.
Yeah, show me where it is in the big book of laws.
Yeah, show me where it is in the Ten Commandments. I don't see gravity on there.
I went
You know,
in-
Isaac Newton was a lawyer.
I was in court
Yeah.
and I go, tell me where it says that there's a law of gravity.
I
And
Isaac
the
Newton.
judge had like two
Apple.
pieces of paper and he looked at both and he said, there's none.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
And then he dropped him, and then
I won the case.
The apple fell on his head. He all of a sudden thinks he's a lawyer now.
Yeah,
But then we were talking about
where-
Sounds
apple.
like he has a concussion.
yeah. Why are we listening to a guy with an apple that fell on his head
Yeah.
from probably a high height? This
That doesn't
guy
sound
is
too smart.
Yeah, this guy is brain damaged.
Yeah. And I would
And now
know.
he's saying these things about us being sucked onto the earth.
You know, legitimately, they think that Isaac Newton died a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even, I'm not even saying that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
There
That's
is-
like a real historical fact.
I feel like if I was like in college with him back then, I would have been like Isaac who 10, you know? He's probably a fucking
I'd be
loser.
like, Isaac, bro, we got to get you drunk.
More like I suck, Newton.
What's that
Yeah.
movie where they make the
Said
nerd
no
girl
one.
hot? You know, they take off her glasses and they
Well,
get her dance.
I mean, there's not another teen movie,
Oh,
but there's the
yeah.
one that they're making fun of.
They're making fun of a movie.
I don't know. I like,
But we should do that to Isaac Newton. You
Yeah.
know, we should get an Isaac. This summer, Isaac Newton, we're going to get you laid.
Well, played by Brian Johnson.
take him under our wing.
This is legitimately like a movie that could come out like, what's that movies? They're all college movies. It's like Vanderpump or Vanderhouse.
Vanderhouse.
You know, it was always like it was
Van
always
Wilder,
Ryan
Van
Wilder.
Wilder.
Yeah, it's always like Ryan Reynolds in the movie. It's like Ryan Reynolds is
Kumar.
going to get Isaac Newton drunk.
And, and
teaching
Kumar
really
was his
cool.
Indian slave.
yeah,
Oh, we were talking about slaves a little bit earlier.
Hell
We were
yeah.
talking about how Apple,
Yeah.
it's wild how, well, you know how there was Steve Jobs and then Dane Cook took over the company.
So Dane Cook's now
Dane
the
Cook
CEO
took over.
of
But we were
Apple.
talking about how, you know how Apple makes everyone buy all Apple products, essentially. They entice you to.
because they all work together.
the
yeah,
Apple
that
kind of
Watch,
shit.
the iPad.
So
They make your Android messages green. Like you guys
yeah,
are
so
gay
they
or
make
something.
you
Loser.
they make you a slave to only buying their products, and then they
Ooh.
also have
You're saying it's also about slavery,
and they also have slaves, plenty of slaves overseas making their products.
right?
So basically, everybody under the executive level of Apple is a slave. So they love slaves.
You know who else was under an
Blue
apple?
text matter.
Isaac Newton. He was under an apple and fell on his
Exactly.
head.
So he's a slave to the apple.
did he eat the apple? Is that?
He probably didn't even know he's supposed to eat
You know what?
it.
I hate all
He
these.
was gaping his butthole. And
I hate
the
all
apple
these-
fell in, and it didn't even touch either side.
These fake
Why did it
stories.
fall?
That wasn't a real fucking story. And also, there was no Benjamin fucking Franklin
Button.
didn't fly a kite and with a key
It's
on
an
it.
anecdote.
And then be like, oh, let's make electricity for everybody.
these are powerful speech tools.
All I want to
though.
say is, Benjamin Franklin, you're a fat fuck, but you got a lot of pussy, and I respect that.
yeah, dude.
Imagine how much
Plus,
pussy
he
you
invented
get.
electricity.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He invented electricity.
You know that Thomas.
Imagine the pull.
You know that-
He's on the $100 bill, and he wasn't even president.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking what a bad dude. Like he's sick.
Yeah,
love-
my favorite.
Ben Franklin rules.
I think the best president was Teddy Roosevelt, or the most productive, maybe.
Okay.
Well, he was fighting in the Spanish American War with his Rough Riders like a badass, and he started national parks.
He hung out with DMX.
He started national parks, and he made the Panama Canal, and he
That
had,
was a plan.
he had a cool
plan-
mustache,
plan of pandemic.
and he
Got the teddy bear named after him.
Yeah, the teddy bear named after him. And he was doing a speech one time, and he got shot. And then he went backstage for a couple minutes, and then came back out and said, "Nobody will kill me.
Yeah.
Nobody can kill me because I'm a bull moose."
He said, "Who shot me?"
He came back out and he goes, "Whoever shot me, you're a bitch.
And your punch couldn't finish.
Whoever shot me, fuck you, man. That you're a piece of shit. I hate you."
There's a funny
He's
video
like the
where
white 50
Reagan
Cent.
thought he was getting shot because the balloon popped.
Who did that?
Reagan.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, look it up.
He did get shot, right?
He got shot once. I think this was also after he got shot and later in his term. But basically, I think he was in. He was near the Berlin Wall. He might have been in Germany. But he was doing a speech, and there's a balloon pop.
Mr. Gorbachev,
He
tear down that wall.
Yeah,
He said that, and then they listened to him because they're our bitch.
Yeah, more like Mr. Garbage Man.
There
Yeah.
are slaves.
Yeah, dude. I like how he told them to do that, and they did that
No, but
because we said
This
to.
might have been a speech that was after the wall was torn down because it seemed like it was lighter mood. And you hear this pop, and then you hear a bunch of people like go like like kind of gasp.
Yeah.
And then he barely flinches. And then he was like, I forgot what he said, but it was so funny. Oh no, he says, "Missed me."
He loved jokes. He has a lot of speeches with jokes.
Yeah, I
Ronald
know. And
Reagan.
he loved eating jelly beans.
And he would tell like street jokes, like there's a black guy walking down the street, and he goes,
That's a classic street joke.
Yeah, people
He
don't like Reagan because like
he goes, now you hide their food stamps in their work boots.
I love
and
when-
so
like a leader, like actually just wants to be a comedian.
yeah,
Even Joe Biden will crack jokes in there.
yeah. But
Little quip.
Reagan's funnier probably than
Yeah.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden just talks about corn pop. It's funny.
that was hilarious though. The corn pop story is epic.
Joe Biden would have been hilarious 100 years ago.
Imagine
Yeah.
hanging out with Joe Biden at a
References.
party and he's telling that corn pop story to impress everybody.
God.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm not afraid of black people."
All he knows, all he
even call
can
him
talk about now, all that's left in his brain, the only long term memory he has is that ice cream that it exists and
Just different flavors.
and corn pop. Yeah.
Most of his speeches are just Ben,
Oh,
Ben and Jerry flavors strung together.
And that cars are
He
cool,
did copy
and that to look
speeches.
cool in a cool car, you wear sunglasses.
He said that.
No, but
Alright,
there's
he
a
just
bunch of
knows
videos
that.
and pictures of him. Like,
I think that's in his DNA, like how when a horse comes out walking, you know,
Yeah.
like he just knows to put on sunglasses and a convertible.
and we respect him for doing the sunglasses thing because we do that too. You know, I mean, I can't knock the guy fully.
They
but-
always, he can only
actually
walk on
like,
metal floors because they put magnets in his shoes. Otherwise, he falls down.
Yeah,
But he's a distant relative of Poseidon.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is. Yeah. I thought that was interesting because he wasn't in the Navy.
He said that to me on Thursday.
Yeah. And I tweeted it.
I don't like when Lib Cucks talk shit about Reagan because when he said "miss me," that was hilarious. Okay, what else did he do? He made the garbage man take down the wall.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah,
Russia's
How
our
about build a
bitch.
gate
and
instead?
then they also
Yeah,
called
yeah.
him the Gipper. I think it was like it was like a nickname he had from college.
That's a terrible.
Gipper?
nickname. What does that mean?
Gipper. I don't know, but it's hilarious.
Little Gipper.
And he always he was always popping jelly beans.
Sounds like a quipper.
It's probably Adderalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Or opiates.
Opiate
Imagine the
Anthony.
access to just, we got to keep
Reagan
this guy
doesn't seem like
alive.
an upper guy to me.
No.
He talks a little slow.
He wouldn't need it. Yeah.
He's like doing a John Wayne impression like the whole time he's in office.
Well, he was an
Yeah, but
actor.
I don't seem like an upper
Yeah,
guy.
a
exactly.
similar type of actor too. He would
Right.
he would do westerns.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was probably doing a John Wayne impression his whole life.
I
Yeah,
I
but
love
would you
it.
think, if you met me, would you think upper guy? Upper Peninsula, maybe?
No, I wouldn't, and that is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like you are a like weird contradiction.
You're
like
you're an
that.
upper guy if you add the peninsula to it.
I'm a sleeping contradiction.
I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not.
No,
What's
I'm
that
not.
from?
Not Tyler the Creator.
Yeah. He says,
That's a great line.
Not.
Did you guys see that
Addicted
video
to
I sent
Upper
you where
Peninsulas.
it's Cyclops from the X-Men and the
Oh, yeah.
robot's like he's like Halt mutant and he goes okay fine I will not, and then he shoots him with his laser vision.
It's sick, dude. I love that TV show.
Wait, that's in one of the movies?
No, it's in the cartoon show I've been watching. Dude, me and Nur have been talking about this song.
So
it sounds,
good.
it's really good, but it sounds like it's made with Fruity Loops. I think I'm gonna try and sample it and make a beat out of it.
It also sounds like the Angel theme song a little bit. I think it's either Angel or Buffy.
The first time Nura heard it, she was like, "I think I could make this."
Yeah, but it's
Is that usually
iconic song.
That usually what you say about an impressive song.
I don't know. Some songs.
I think I could do this.
Some
Sonic
songs,
ability.
if you just find the right, it can be very simple as long as you just find the right key. And
I think this is one of those songs.
Yeah.
Like it just hits, even though it's very simple.
even the
It goes up and like
Yes.
even
in the song-
key change.
even in the song "Hurt" by Johnny Cash, the piano sounds powerful like later in the song,
Dude.
but he's just hitting one key.
That's a
Wow.
Johnny Cash move. He does that in a bunch of
Yeah.
songs. It's badass. He uses like the bass notes of a piano instead of a bass.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds sick.
One thing I noticed is that Johnny Cash really isn't a great singer. He just has a fantastic voice.
Yeah.
like Willie
voice.
Nelson is a great singer.
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings is a great singer. But Johnny Cash would just kind of like
He doesn't
like,
have range, but
he-
he sounds cool.
he would just kind
Talk
of
Cash.
talk, but talk
Cash,
sing.
nothing
and
else.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, to be exact.
I am a big fan of Johnny Cash. Everyone, just so you know, I love all the Highwaymen equally, except for Chris Christopherson.
kinda
Why
just
don't you
my-
like him?
I mean, I like him, but of the four, he's number four.
yeah. Wasn't he an actor?
He was also an actor, and he was one of the best songwriters of that time. So, like, he wrote like "Me and Bobby McGee," which is a big song, but someone else performed it originally.
we should write a song called "Me and Tommy McGee" about the Cool Steeper Club.
Oh.
Tom McGee.
Speaking of Cool Steeper Club, I think you left your Cool Steeper cup here. Do you have a cool Steeper cup?
No.
Plastic cup?
That sounds cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have left a plastic cup here. Oh yeah, I did. Give that to me.
Yeah, I will.
That's what
Hey,
a nerd
Tom,
is.
think about this. Cool Steeper cups. But, folks,
It's a great idea.
this is for anybody out there that likes drinking iced tea. With Cool Steeper Club, you can get it delivered right to your front door, and it is basically a giant pitcher of iced tea.
Yeah,
All
they
do-
send you a pitcher and 4 tea packs, and you just put a little bit of tea in there, put the water in there overnight. It turns into tea. You don't even got to turn on to nothing. You know,
oh, wow.
And
it's that easy.
We have testimonials.
Sounds easy.
We have for Ryder loved it. That was like
Yeah, we've had every time I have the tea, our guest likes it.
yeah
Ryder liked it. Dan loved it. Esther Moore.
yeah.
I think Shane Bianchi drank it.
We've never had one say that it was bad, but sometimes just to be safe, I say like beforehand. I'm like, say it's good.
Yeah.
Also, I don't put sugar in it, so they're just drinking the straight up tea.
Yeah,
You know, you could add your own sugar if you want.
yeah. Jason's not putting sugar in it. Yeah,
I don't. Look, this is black coffee. Taste it.
Yeah.
it's just that you can put sugar in black coffee.
I don't. You gonna try it?
Yeah, I know you're strong.
He's gonna lie.
You
He's
always
gonna
have
lie.
COVID.
No, some.
I do always
in
have
his car,
COVID.
he's
I think I
pouring
got it from
honey
you
in
last
there.
time, though.
That's liquid sugar.
No,
That's
see?
liquid sugar.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. Do you know how many black coffee or cold brews I've had from?
There's no
Dunkin'?
sugar in that. You're gay.
There's a bunch of liquid sugar in there.
Nope.
Or that's
wanna try it?
Or that's semen.
Come on, Dylan.
All right, I was lying.
There we go. He lied. You were scared that Dylan was gonna out you.
Double check.
No, I can tell.
There's some semen in there, though, right?
yeah.
What are you drinking, Smirnoff?
Yeah, he's drinking a.
I hope you guys are counting your steps. Your 12
Screwdriver.
steps. Because you guys need to be in AA.
One thing we talked about.
This podcast is, you guys are, lives are getting out of hand.
I haven't drinking in like 2 weeks.
What's that?
It's
Till today.
It's a fake liquor. No.
I actually do
no.
love
I'm saying.
that. I love that
I'm
fake
saying.
liquor.
I'm saying until today. I haven't.
I actually think that fake liquor is legit tasty with a tonic,
Yeah.
but I would never buy it.
Yeah. No.
I woke up with a headache, so I thought, how about I just attack this with alcohol instead of ibuprofen?
Hair of the dog.
We were going to talk about this earlier, but now I got to fill you in. But Dale called me at 10 a.m. And I'm like, Dale doesn't call people at 10 a.m.
Oh, no. Is he in the hospital?
No.
He might be by now.
No, he was like, he was like, yo, let's watch college football. I'm like, it's 10 a.m. Dale. The game started at noon.
Oh,
And I was like, it's a little bit early for you, Dale. Why are you up so early? And he was like, who thought I slept?
Yeah. He just loves
Yeah.
football.
And I
and
just started cracking
And he wants
up.
you to. He's like finding an excuse to get more coke, so he's calling you to
No.
be like, "Let's watch college football, so I can start doing more coke."
No,
Is that part of it? Because is Dale a football fan?
He has his own connections for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
No,
maybe,
no,
maybe
he's-
he wants someone to do it with.
He's a betting fan.
Oh yeah.
So he probably
He's a betting man.
probably
Wait,
wants-
is this the free episode?
Yeah.
We should say all this, should we?
Can you timestamp it?
I mean, we should be talking about Dale's like betting and coke.
We can. Who cares?
I mean,
Betting?
I don't think Dale.
I
would care,
bet. I bet on football too. Everyone bets.
But
but then you describe someone's life as they're staying up all night doing coke, excited to bet on the football game that's happening at noon.
well, he's just reciting what
in
happened.
college. He didn't get the college experience.
That's true. He's just getting it out of his system.
In college, we would stay up all night after going to the bars, and then we would go straight to tailgate at 6 a.m. and then drink throughout the day,
Get it out
pop
of your
some
system.
Addies, and then just keep drinking. We wouldn't even go to the games. We would just tailgate near the stadium, and watch the games at the bars.
Get it in your system. To
I
get
saw
it out.
Junior and Dale and Dylan and me were all at that charity show.
Look pretty clean cut, right?
How was it?
You
Was
didn't
it
seem
was
like
it
he was
lighter?
up all night?
Was it light?
The crowd wasn't as big as the normal Saturday
'Cause it was on
show.
a
but It was a
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. What do you expect? Also, it was a charity show, and I saw many people come to the door and see there was a ticket and then leave. Like you guys are such assholes.
People are so
like,
petty.
wanted free comedy.
It was $10. Just fucking. I think I saw like.
Oh shit, yo!
Maybe people don't have cash.
Promo code Bad Comedy.
Oh yeah, dude. Sorry. So it's Cool Steeper Club for the tea. You get 25% off with the promo code Bad Comedy.
And it's pretty easy. Cool steeperclub.com.
And if you like our show, you're helping us too by doing that. Because
Yeah.
they give us money for if you sign up.
Yeah, and we love them. And like it's a
If you like tea,
it's a locally run business. This is a
Yeah, dude. This is
empower
my
your
cousin.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Tom.
this is farm to table.
He's a cool guy.
This is table to farm, folks. This is like when you cut a cow in half and put it right on the table and eat it.
Yep. Then you get a few more cows and you make me one leather jacket.
And one
giant leather jacket
well,
for my big fat
a
butt.
herd, yeah, an ember herd of cows.
Yeah, me and So Rob are going in on a herd of cows. We're trying to get matching leather jackets.
you said that thing about Johnny Depp the other day. What'd you tell me?
About Johnny Depp?
Yeah, you said
Oh,
something.
yeah. Johnny Depp's in the mood. Oh, fuck.
No, that's
Johnny Depp is in the news. Amber heard about it.
nice.
That's good. That's good.
And he said that I would say something.
I
like
said
that.
you would say something like, yeah.
And sometimes people come up to me and they're like, "Hey, I got this joke for you." It's like, and then they're like, "Yeah, it's really dumb," but I'm like, "Okay, so what are you saying about my jokes?"
But you tend to do meta stand-up jokes, so I
Yeah.
feel like the "Have you heard about it" part you would like.
Speaking
And
of
I
Meta,
did,
shout
and I
out
still do.
shout out to Meta.
Yeah, shout out to Meta.
Amber Heard of
Cool guy.
Meta won
Amber heard of
he
it?
won an award.
Well, we haven't put out the episode yet. You're spoiling.
Oh shit!
Amber Heard of it.
Guys, we'll be releasing the
Bad Comedy Podcast Patron Awards.
Yeah,
appreciate
I think we're gonna call it the
thing.
Bad Oscars, but
That'll be it'll be the Bad Oscar ceremony where you could win a Bad Comedy Podcast
yes,
award.
and there are 12 winners, I believe.
Look at how
12.
Max holding the gun.
Because that's how
cool.
many Kransels come in a pack of Kransels.
Well,
Because the winners will get Kransels.
Well, you invented it, right?
think you know
I invented the
but
Kransels. But they come in 12 packs.
yeah.
And I don't want to break into a new pack.
Yeah, and it's also tough to make them too because you make them at home.
Yeah, but Ride was saying that he made one or
Yeah, he said he
he's
fixed
used
one.
them
He just
before.
lied. Because,
Well, yeah.
because
I used to work with kids.
he lied.
I mean, Ryder's the type of guy who say anything to try and impress the people around him.
Yeah, especially with
Yeah.
our kids
Just lying
around.
out.
and then
his
he'll
ass.
just walk out on the podcast. It's all
Yeah.
cool. He just rode on out of here.
We were trying to help him, letting him know how smelly he was so he could come back showered.
Yeah, and then so that he'd buy deodorant instead of deodorant.
Yeah, that was
But
so
he
Yeah,
would-
he had made a mistake.
Yeah,
We were trying to help
Yeah.
him correct it.
yeah.
I did see him the other day, and he smelled worse actually. Ryder.
I think it was his birthday on the day I released that clip. Because Donovan Charno commented, "Happy birthday, Ryder."
Here's a bath.
Yeah, that'd be a good gift.
You should give him. Like
Get him like a spa day, like a mani pedi.
I remember in middle school there was just like a year where it's like I got like 3 packs of like Axe kits. Like it'd be like Axe shower.
Is because you stunk, or
Yeah,
because
I think so. That was the message.
That was a
I
hot
got
ticket
from it.
item.
It was both, but it was definitely like, okay, both parents gave me one and a grandparent
Were your parents split up or together?
together still, I think.
Did they buy your tickets? So it's like funny, like they didn't communicate. They both just bought you.
Either
Axe.
way is bad.
Hold on, like they didn't know they were both getting you the same thing.
I wasn't listening.
It's okay. It was just a real,
He was saying 1 year for Christmas, both his parents gave him an Axe body spray,
and like a grandparent.
and I'm like, were they split up? Or is like a coincidence?
I don't
But
think
he's like, no, they were
split up
together.
yet. Yeah.
That's very funny.
So they were sending me a message.
Yeah, that's a message from
And some of us hear that message. Some of us
Message in a
don't.
bottle of Axe.
my parents got me epoxy.
I didn't even ask for that. But
Wait, did we talk about this already? That I'm back on I'm hooked on epoxy.
yeah, he's
again?
back on.
You're hooked on epoxy.
I
He's
relapsed.
back on
Oh, no.
bandwagon.
Yeah, it's not as bad as oxy, but
Yeah,
It's still an epidemic for Mac.
yeah, it's a problem.
it's the epoxy.
Well, all I've been
Yeah.
doing, it's epoxy. Well, now because I was cleaning up like any epoxy residue that was on the floor or anything.
Oh
And then I
no,
was-
that's how it starts. You find your own you find your old bottle, your old stashed bottle.
That's kind of what happened. Yeah, so I was scraping that off the floor, and then I was going to use this hardwood floor restorer to kind of just smooth it all out. And then I was like, wait, fuck, didn't finish fixing these spots on some of these tables.
Damn.
So got to do some epoxy. I passed my life insurance exam.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
congrats, dude.
Yeah,
The
we
one you
wondered
studied
how.
for, and you're like, I'm gonna fail. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were just over worried about.
No, I pulled an all-nighter.
So this isn't the one when we
It's a
saw
life
you.
hack.
We saw you, and you're like, I have to take a test later last Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had slept none.
Oh, so you had pulled it all nighter that night.
Yeah, and then my mom.
I had also, but for no reason.
So my mom on Sunday was apparently, or she was like,
I do an all nighter like 3 times a week, and just for no reason.
yeah, you need to figure that out.
I know. I tried to fix it. I got some Xanax from you to try and fix it, and
It just
I
makes-
got some not illegally. I just got it from a doctor,
yeah.
and when I take
My doctor,
that,
we have the same doctor.
yeah, exactly. When I take that, I sleep through all my alarms.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take a small amount probably.
Also, been having a hell of a time. Cran's been sick. So I spent like 3 days this week over at Nura's trying to help her with her cat.
Jesus.
And that's what happened last night too.
Wait, you said hell of a hell of a
I've been
time.
having a hell of a time.
Normally means good.
No,
Yeah, so
no,
you
it doesn't.
like-
I've been having a hell of a time.
That was a hell of a night.
So helping your cat sick and helping it.
I've
is
been having a
for
hell
you.
of a time fixing this here carburetor.
I guess
the hell in
I guess
hell?
that could go either way. Because I mean, it is very commonly used in a good way.
This is his hell.
Like that was one hell of a night.
Yeah, you could say that.
You know,
You're right.
And there's a song "Hell of a Night" by Schoolboy Q, and it's talking about a good night.
Hell of a Life by Kanye.
There's a way to. What I'm
always
saying makes
say-
sense to you if you guys would just let me in and try and understand me where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're always right. We actually talked about this in the last one
Yeah.
about how you always think you're right because you don't drink, and that you were a professor of
Yeah.
philosophy.
Mac was saying that you always think you're right and are very
I
stubborn.
do always think I'm right because I'm always right.
and then he asked me, "What about
One of
you?"
the reasons
he,
why I think
he asked me, "What about you? Do you always think you're right?" I was like, "Kinda, yeah." But at some
Hey.
point, either I'll admit that I'm wrong, or I will keep going as a bit.
This is a
Keep going as a bit.
I mean, you're saying exactly the same thing I feel, but pretending like I didn't just admit that. Hey, wouldn't you think you were always right if you were never wrong like me?
That's so
You
true.
got a point.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, sometimes I know I'm wrong and then I just lie. That
Yeah.
way I don't look stupid.
Right.
I always think I'm right because I'm
Yeah.
so right.
Well, that's better than being somebody who convinces themselves that they're right.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are like compulsive liar types of people, where it's like they lie about something and then they convince themselves that it's the truth.
So you kind of
That's
do
a
that.
that's a bad kind of person.
You almost become
I don't do that. No.
No.
You almost become better at arguing when you know deep down that you're wrong because you have no skin in the game. So you could just say anything, and they're getting madder and madder because they're they're fighting for truth. But you have no morality now. You could say anything. You could do anything.
Well, I guess
like when I showed up here and I said that you guys pranked me.
Yeah.
So you had no skin in the game.
Like, thank you.
How easy is that to argue? You know, when it's just a lie.
Do you know Roman Leo?
You might win
I don't know
that.
I suppose I am a compulsive liar because I constantly come up with fake stories that are just bits. So I'm a compulsive liar, but not in the bad way.
If you're not, if everyone knows,
I'm an alcoholic because I drink a lot when I do drink, but I'm not addicted to alcohol. I don't need to drink.
Yeah. If everyone knows that the story you're telling is fake because it's so elaborate,
or because
is that actually a lie, or are you just telling a Josh Johnson joke? You guys probably don't know Josh Johnson.
No, but
I see what you're saying.
Josh Johnson jokes are ridiculous.
If your life's a
and
bit,
he's famous as fuck.
But one time Michael Johnson told me he was like because me and him have gotten a lot cooler recently. He was like, I love you, but there's these times you just make up these stories, and I'm like, yeah, they're just like
having fun.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I mean, but Michael Johnson, I can never tell if he's drunk because his eyes.
Yeah. He always looks like he's blacked out when he's stone sober.
Hell yeah.
He
always looks like he just rode his bike into a pole.
He also, I literally can't tell if he's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. When he's really wasted, he seems completely normal.
Yeah, because he doesn't talk too much.
Joe Fernandez is that too. Actually.
Michael Johnson doesn't say too many words, so not enough for you to notice like that he's hammered.
There's a lot of really functional alcoholics in the comedy scene.
Yeah,
like as you say, like Brandon Kiefer will be like
Blake Burkhart.
Brandon will be like on ketamine and fucking a bunch of drugs,
and they kill on
booze.
stage still. I'm
and
like,
then just
what the fuck,
dude? It's like, dude, you're gonna die early.
If you
need the negative effects of drugs and alcohol, so you stop. But he's just gonna get worse and worse.
Do you think that if the stage is the only place where it matters? So if he gets away with it on stage, then he'll just keep. But if he bombed because of it, do you think he would?
Well, I'm sure he has.
I'm sure he lost his wife, and I'm sure he's not cutting back.
That wasn't enough.
But
that's not being on stage.
I hope he doesn't hear that. I love you, Brandon.
He lost Matt Rife.
You know what? Your wife sucked, and you're doing better now.
No, he lost Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
See Matt
Rife.
Correction.
Matt Rife, and it's now or never.
He's going to
song.
Chicago Theater.
And then it's kind of he was on JRE and. He's no longer just our guy anymore.
Wait, who?
Matt Rife.
He was on JRE?
Yeah.
Dude,
so
what
it's just kind of the comedy community.
That's our competition.
Yeah, Matt
Joe
Rife
Rogan Experience.
Matt Rife is our dude.
So
that
he's gonna
sucks
be
that he went on our competitor podcast, Joe Rogan Experience.
But the good thing about that, I suppose, is we have us and Joe Rogan have kind of like a funnel experience.
Exactly.
So the comedians funnel down to us after he gets
Yes.
some of them like have talent, you know.
We should start a spin-off podcast called The Bad Comedy Experience.
I like that. No, the Joe Kilgallen Experience. I think he should do.
I like that. If you get Joe to do a podcast here at the studio,
the Joe Rogallen,
the Joe Rogallen Experience,
Joe Hendricks Experience.
If you want to be under the Bad Comedy label, you have to have a horrible name for your show. Like that, something like that.
There's like a Facebook group that said Bad Comedy Posters.
Oh yeah.
That's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, it's Bad Comedy Posters.
It's not Bad Comedy Posters.
It's not like that. Like,
that's like a poster. It says Bad Comedy up there.
What if it was all those?
Oh yeah. By the way, on the free episode, we got new shirt designs that I finally uploaded.
Check them out.
What do you guys think of those?
Line.
Legit.
Okay, so legit. I love the Fifth City Training Center.
fifth level 5
training center.
Yeah,
I do love that. I think the font you found was like perfect.
I spent way too long.
I know.
I spent way too long because the actual Second City is not a font. It's it's handwritten.
You gotta understand how cool my merch is that I might remake this because I bought it on Custom Ink because it's like a one-off.
Oh, you made this.
I made this custom.
Okay.
using someone else's lyrics.
Hold on. Before we go to your designs, finish up my designs.
I love the
hot dog breakfast.
You should have said I'm non-binary.
Oh,
I eat pickles. You said non-binary. I eat pickles.
I hate pickles.
I hate pickles. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
You know?
I could see it either way. It says non-binary. I hate
okay.
pickles.
It's implied. Sometimes you can remove words.
I think I'm whatever.
I was just trying to make it more remove. I think unnecessary words for trying to be as succinct as possible.
Unnecessary roughness. No one knows what succinct means. Say a normal word.
It's just a succinct is a sus-sink. It's a suspicious.
It's suspect.
Where you'd wash your hands. It's a sus.
My sink. My sink.
That is
yeah, it's suspicious.
You know what's funny? So patrons, for the past 4 months, I've had one of in the bathroom that anybody who comes over would use. one of these sink handles doesn't work, so I just put a Solo cup over it. And I do a bunch of home improvement around the house, but as a bit, I haven't been fixing that.
And it kind of wasn't a bit, and then you just said, yeah, it's a bit now.
No, it's been a bit the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Red Solo cup.
Well, it was like that for 2 weeks. I put it off.
Don't use the bathroom.
And then because because somebody mentioned it, then it became a bit.
Yeah.
But
it's longer than 2 weeks.
It bothers me too, by the way.
But you have to do it.
You got to sometimes you got to sacrifice stuff for the bit,
or not even.
Let it
happen.
I've sacrificed comedy relationships and friendships for the bit. Family. When I voted for Trump as a bit, my family didn't like that.
No, they did not.
They were like, we don't like that because my family's fake Democrats, except they hate taxes and then they're racist and not actually racist. They hate every talking point my dad will say to me about politics. If we're just talking general politics, will be all Republican or libertarian takes.
That's funny, but then he just
he says he's a Democrat.
Wow.
Oh, then he still votes Democrat.
Yeah.
I've known people like that. My
phony.
first girlfriend. Her mom was legit a social worker. Wow. So she would hang out with poor, and she was the most racist person I ever met. She watched Fox News 24/7 in the house, and then she was the leader of the local Democratic Party. And then she would only vote Democrat, and then she would complain about how she didn't want to.
Wow.
But she was just philosophically Republican, but she was high up in Democratic politics.
Evanston, where I grew up, so it's the first suburb north of Chicago.
Yeah,
or it's a city. It's actually has a bigger population than Des Moines, Iowa.
Evanston, yeah. No, it's funny when you go to little cities and you're like, oh, this is like Aurora.
Yeah, well,
all those little cities are as big as our suburb cities.
Evanston's pretty nice. So
I'm talking about Iowa cities and shit.
Yeah. But Evanston used to be predominantly white until the projects got shut down, and then they moved a lot of people from the projects to the middle of the city. And then I don't know if Evanston was always very Democratic, but it's along the lake, it's super big mansions and stuff. And there's some other areas that are super rich. And then around the high school or the south part of Evanston is super poor. And then all the rich people pretend to be Democrats, and none of them are.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because it kind of seems like it doesn't even matter, because Illinois is blue and Indiana's red. Mm-hmm. So it's she was it just goes that way. Dude, I don't think it's ever
funny for no one's to matter.
Obama might have flipped Indiana.
No, Indiana's still red.
Even during Obama?
He flipped him. It was red on the other side.
I don't know. The first Obama election.
Well, what makes a red man red? That's the real
Wu-Tang
question. That's for Peter Pan.
Skip. I don't eat Skippy Jif or Peter Pan. That's a Wu-Tang lyric that has the word Peter Pan in it.
I like that. I have a joke that's the long version of my pansexual joke.
In fact, I snap back
the Wu-Tang Clan of comedy.
Guys, if you're a new Nepperhead, you probably don't know about my old joke when
the Ku Klux Klan of comedy.
With my pansexual I fuck pans joke. It used to be
we should put up a poll. Which one are we more like?
The Wu-Tang Clan or the Ku Klux Klan?
That was a choice of theirs to put something so close sounding.
Or the Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans, the The app.
Sometimes we're
App game?
clashing.
Yeah. Well, clans get a bad rap because of the Ku Klux Klan
And the Clash of Clans.
and Clash of Clans.
Like
Yeah.
they don't always
'Cause,
like
like,
clans don't always clash.
there used to be like cool like Viking clans and like
Sometimes
like-
it's just like chill.
Republic clan.
it's just bros.
Yeah, doesn't always clash.
Yeah, they don't need to clash.
The Clash is a great band.
What about
Jim Morrison?
Clash
Yeah,
Band?
Jim Morrison is band The Clash.
Clash Bandicoot.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh, do you guys know the song? Speaking of Crash, do you guys know the song?
Crash by
No,
Clash
my
by
mind went
Dave
from
Matthews
my
Band.
mind went from
Matthews Band.
Crash to
Clash into me.
to Drive to Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. That's a good song.
Tracy Chapman, the only black woman to ever win the Country Music Award.
And she's a
first black woman to.
Lesbian too.
Last.
I thought that Tracy Chapman was a man until I was probably 18. Because my parents would play like the song "Fast Car" and maybe one other song by her, but she just sounds kind of like Hermit the Frog.
What's the fast car song go like?
You got a fast car, I got a ticket to anywhere.
That's not like Kermit.
And howdy, I had a feeling that I belong. But at the end, you got a fast car, I want a ticket to anywhere.
So
Maybe we can-
get it. You have a
I was
fast
completely.
car.
I am
Maybe
made
we
of
can-
cloth, put together by Jim Henson.
I look like Bob Marley, but I'm a lesbian woman. And I'd like to play country music and do good at it. That's part of that song. It's great.
And then that go
that's
right
an
into
example.
the X-Men theme.
Exactly. That's an example of a very simple thing. That's an example of a very simple.
There's like a sword noise, like a shh.
Jason.
Yeah, what's up?
It's definitely another example of a very simple like chord progression or whatever. But
So Max trying to
just a really good
mansplain
song.
music to Jason.
no, I was just bringing up examples, and I wasn't contradicting
No,
anything he
he's
said.
referencing the conversation from earlier.
Yeah,
Where we're talking about
let's team
how
up.
simple,
Team up
uh,
on Dylan now. No, he did Adam Gilbert, Samurai Sword. Never mind.
Oh yeah, never mind. He's holding a fucking very dangerous weapon.
Yes. If you're very small.
You could have used that to KY Jelly Donut yourself.
I was thinking Professor Xavier was a handicapped superhero. There aren't very many, but he's bald.
I was thinking about hanging myself. If I ever were KYS,
That's it.
I would try and hang myself from an airplane. So like the airplane's flying and I'm just like behind it.
Dude, is that David Blaine? What is he doing?
You know that
People think I'm doing a David Blaine joke. Meanwhile,
stunt.
I'm just ending this misery.
You're trying to end it, but then you end up
I don't know what
becoming
saint it
like,
was, but
everyone claps.
There was one saint that got crucified upside down. But he was like,
Really?
his
Was
arm,
it-
his arm was like in an X, and they just so basically.
Was it Satan?
Honestly, I probably would have rather be crucified upside down because you would die faster just from all the blood going to your head. You know, because if you're crucified upright, then you're just there until you just wither.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, one of the saints got crucified upside down. I think it might have been one of the disciples, not the black disciples, like one of Jesus's.
Jason was saying Tina would have got crucified in 2016 if she booked that all men show.
Yeah, I was saying that charity show we did. It was like the most toxic men ever. It was
No shit.
Especially
Dylan, me, Junior, and Dale. Hosted by Tina. Tina
especially
booked that shit.
especially Tina, a man,
Savage.
booking the show.
Yeah,
too.
plus Tina's barely a woman.
Kidding,
Booked it
Tina.
for another woman.
You just Grimace's mom, and we love you.
That's
Guys,
what Jason said at that show.
Oh yeah, I said we're gonna bully her until she changes her hair color.
It's like that's Jason's.
No.
He also said-
We love Tina. Tina likes getting shout outs on the show,
Tina.
whether they're positive or negative. And I respect that. People that can take jokes are real comedians, and you pass the test, Tina.
Well, she's chasing the dragon from the Joe Rogan experience. She's chasing the Joe Rogan.
Yeah, where Tony Hinchcliffe was like,
Rogan.
"There's a girl with purple
Doesn't
hair."
Yeah.
Doesn't Joe Rogan go up in the mountains and hunt for her and Bigfoot?
It's his favorite thing with the bow and arrow.
Yeah. He's like, you got to have Tina meat and elk meat. Those are the two
Put it in the
meats that are
freezer.
good.
Just in case, you never know what's going to happen. It's nice to have a real piece of meat in the fridge.
All right, let's close this off so we have a little bit of time to do some of what we were trying to do.
Yeah, I got to do a quick thing.
Yeah.
Too.
So, hey,
Blair
folks.
Pork Chop.
We love you. Patreon.com/badcomedy. That's where the actual good episodes are, and that's where we have new guests on every single week. Or sometimes, rarely, we'll have a guest back on if they're a fantastic guest. But that's where the funny stuff is. This is just a thing so that you see us in public.
Yeah.
See our hot faces. I'm hot, Jason's hot, and Dylan's hot.
Even the comments sometimes they say that.
Do you guys have any plugs?
Yeah, we're trying to promote the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Badcomedy.com or patreon.com/badcomedy.
Do you have a plug?
When does this come out?
This week.
I'm just gonna say, listen to the Patreon, then you can find out my plugs, folks.
Yeah, we're gonna do the plugs on the guest episode. So to find out our plugs, go to patreon.com/badcomedy. I have a few shows coming up. I don't really do mics anymore because I've been busy studying to become a financial guru. But
Which you already are, but
which I already am, but I'm trying to perfect my. I just need to get licensed, like they should hand it to me. But yeah, I do have a few shows coming up down south, and then out west, and then I don't know. I keep getting booked,
East,
and I'm like
right?
Jesus, like stop booking me. I'm not even out there doing mics. Like I'm gonna have the same jokes forever. Like, but the crowds love me, so I can.
Got to give the people what they want. That's what we do here.
Jason, on the way out, do you want to sing a song or something?
Maybe the X-Men
Or
theme song,
actually,
maybe
I
we could all hum
can
it.
you,
or
can you,
kinda-
I'm burning out. What do you want?
can you go? You got a fast car. You got a fast car. I wanted to get to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe we can make a little money. I don't have to drive too far. You don't need me that way it is. I'm Kermit the Frog.